Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing? I hope I'm live. I hope so. It says I am. Hello, guys. Welcome. Um, yes, okay. I had a little interruption there. Anyway, hello, everyone. I hope wherever you are in the world that you guys are having a phenomenal day. Welcome. So today, I'm going to be talking about a year that we shall never forget. So this is basically about the lessons that I have learned from this unfortunate point in time, from what's going on around the world right now. So if you're tuning in live, please say hello. It would be awesome to be able to interact with you. Let me know where you're watching from. I do love to see people joining in from all over the globe. If you are watching the replay, just let me know that you have stopped by and say hello as well, so I can also go back through and give you a special shout out. And if we have not had the pleasure of meeting yet before, my name is Crystal Ricassi, and I'm coming to you live from the very beautiful state of Utah, and I am a woman on a mission to help and inspire others to live longer, healthier, happier lives. I'm truly all about living a gluten-free and chemical-free lifestyle, and I'm also a certified holistic health and wellness coach. And I'm here to provide tips, tricks, and strategies to help people get on the other side of chronic health issues. So, welcome, guys. It's so good to be back doing Facebook Lives again, to be more active here on Facebook and social media. It was a long 5-month break, very painful, but we're not here to talk about that. So, it's just so good to be back. I do want to share that for those of you who may not be aware, I am currently participating in a 14-day Facebook Live video challenge with Helen Martin and the online crew. And today happens to be day number 2 of the 14-day Facebook Live video challenge. So we are basically kind of talking about what this past year, with things that are going on in the world right now, I'm sure we all know what that is, I just will not say it, has taught us. And, you know, the good, the bad, the ugly, and otherwise. So that's what we're talking about today. So, how are you guys doing? Let me know. I would love to know what's going on with you, how you've been. It's, you know, I've missed you guys. I hope the feeling's mutual. It's just so good to be back. So, if I am looking down, guys, I do have some notes here with me. So I just want to share a few things here about how this past year, with what's going on in the world right now, has impacted my life and my family's lives. So first of all, my husband John was laid off, or furloughed, basically laid off from his job, June 30th of 2020. Okay, so that means that we had to go apply for unemployment, which, thank goodness, it was a blessing that we were able to get unemployment. He was able to get unemployment, so that kept us afloat. Thank goodness for that. It was unfortunate. This past year has been very hard. It's been tough. It's been basically, you could say, a nightmare for most everybody. But I truly believe that things happen, and that no matter how bad or unfortunate they are, that there are good things that come out of it. So I don't want to digress. Let's see. So we got unemployment. We also had options available to us, like, for example, my husband was able to work on getting a deferral for a mortgage. As many of you guys know, that many people across the world have not been able to pay their rent or their mortgage due to job losses from what's going on. But thankfully, we were able to apply for a deferral, so that helps us out for a few months. So that's also a good thing. We were also able to contact, the people that we owe, utilities, gas, lights, water, heat, all that kind of stuff. and we were able to work out a way. Yes, my dear?
Do you know where my supplement is? Did you take it out?
No, honey, it should be in your room.
Okay.
My baby girl's home today. I've kept her home yesterday and today due to, a sore throat, possibly stomach bug. Oh my goodness, there's comments. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to ignore you. Hello, Julie. How are you, sis? Lovely to see you here. Thank you very much for joining. Hello, Carol. Wonderful to see you as well. At work trying to catch your live, but may have to cut it short. Great to have you back. Thank you so much for stopping in and saying hello, and I hope you have a wonderful day at work. Cynthia, hello. How awesome to see you. So good to have you back with our community. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Julie said hi to Haley. So thank you guys. Anyway, I did keep Haley home yesterday and today. Yesterday she was really kind of under the weather. Sore throat, stomach ache. Not really too bad, but we were able to get it under control. And I just kept her home today just because, we just want to make sure that everything's okay and she gets her rest and all of that stuff so that she's really ready 100% to go back to school tomorrow. So, all is well, and thank you guys for thinking of her and saying hello. Okay, so as I digress, sorry about the comments, guys. I totally didn't see that. I'm not used to live producer. Okay, so we were able to work out, by communicating with the, like our utility companies, we were able to work out with them, letting them know that my husband was, furloughed, and most of them were really willing and able to work with us. So, I'm really sorry, John, but just keep us posted. Let us know when you're able to make a payment. We'll work with you, that sort of thing. So, that is a blessing, right? It's better than them saying, well, too bad, we're going to shut everything off. So that's good. Let's see. Another thing that this worldwide crisis, I guess, if you will, has taught us is that even though that many schools around the country, around the globe, have closed, basically remote learning, there were some good things that came from that, and that is that, like the kids' school that my kids attend, they were able to provide iPads for the students, and they actually prepared for this way before it even happened, thanks to the head of the school being, married to a doctor. So that helped prepare. So the kids had iPads, so they were still able to continue their learning and being with their classmates, just not in person, and having that interaction with their teachers and being able to learn and do their work via Zoom and other platforms that the school uses. So that's always a good thing, right? I mean, the kids are actually better at using Zoom than I am. So what does that tell you? Let's see here. Another thing that came out of it was for many families that were not able to afford, internet. I don't know about where you guys are, but here in Utah, some of the internet companies were working with schools to help provide free internet for a few months for families who really, really needed the help. Couldn't afford it, didn't have it, whatever the case may be. So that's always a blessing as well. I try to find the good, even in the bad. So I'm just, trying to talk about the blessings and things that, the good things that have come out of this unfortunate, very sad time here with the world, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I'm still a little bit nervous here being live. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am. My heart's pounding, and I'm saying all the time. But anyway, that's just me. So let's see. Another thing that a lot of people have had to kind of go back to, well, at least I have, and I really never stopped doing this, but something that this worldwide craziness has taught me is to use other forms of communication to let those that I love and care about know that I'm thinking of them. Just so you know, guys, I have not been able to see my mom. This month will be 1 year since I've seen her. She is one state away from me, and it, thank you, Julie. You can't tell I'm nervous. That makes me feel good. Thank you, but I am. But anyway, I have not been able to see my mom for at least a year this month. This is, a year ago in March, the kids were actually doing remote learning. So it's been a year. It's been really hard. My mom lives in assisted living facility in Colorado, and she has honestly felt like a prisoner because they are not letting anyone in or out due to what's going on. So it's been hard on her too. So it's hard on everybody. Everybody is feeling the effects of this issue. But things that I've been doing are I've been sending cards. I've gone back to, the good old pen and paper, writing letters, sending things snail mail, if you will, through the good old post office, and, of course, there's other things like, these things called cell phones that a lot of people want to just basically text with. Well, it's awesome to hear someone's voice on the other end, right? So picking up the phone and calling people that, you haven't talked to in a while, that you only associate with on Facebook, letting people know that we love them and we care for them and we just want to make sure that they're okay. That really, really has helped a lot of people. So that's something that I'm doing also. Plus, there's other things like Zoom, Skype, video chat. There's all kinds of ways to keep those lines of communication open. And I think that that is truly, truly key, especially in times like this. Not just in times like this, but especially in times like this, to keep those lines open, to let those people know that we love them and we're thinking of them and checking in on people, seeing if they need anything. I understand that many places are still on lockdown. I don't know how it is for wherever you are in the world, but we are not on lockdown here in Utah. We're just still doing the social distancing, and a lot of places, businesses are requiring masks, including schools. So we are able to get out and about. However, I'm very protective of my family, so we really don't get out too much other than school and, occasional grocery shopping and that sort of thing. But we just got to be careful. So anyway, so that's another thing. Just checking my notes here. We have had more family activities here at home. We love to play board games, card games. I don't know if you guys saw, if I can reach it, but my daughter brought home from school a Scholastic. I don't know if for those of you who are not aware what Scholastic is, it's like a company that ships books to schools. A lot of kids will bring home Scholastic order forms. Anyway, so that's something that we did, is we ordered books. It helps support the school, and this is actually a coloring book that teaches you German. So it's pretty cool. I got one in German and I got one in Italian. So my kids are loving that. But we have been making more time for movie nights as a family, game nights, playing board games, reading more books, coloring, just doing more things as a family. So that's helped as well. It's weird how things that we normally, how we take for granted so much, honestly, and how something like this that's going on in the world can kind of really put a halt to a lot of those things, and we're doing things that, we probably should have been doing. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? Julie, can't tell it all. You look so, okay. I read that one. Sorry about that. I love Scholastic shopping days. Yes, I do too. And I remember growing up, my mom used to, anytime I brought home a book order, she would always order books for me. Always. I can't remember a time when she didn't. So she worked really hard to make sure that I got what I needed. So anyway, I better keep going because I'm already 20 minutes in and I'm rambling. So something else that this unfortunate time has taught me is to, it helped me to think more about having multiple sources of income and how important that is. And when I say that, I don't mean necessarily just an online business, although I do have one and I love it. But what I mean is there are people who are, crocheting and knitting blankets and clothes and, making pottery and cups and mugs and shirts, t-shirts, doing all kinds of things, making masks, homemade masks and selling them. So that's what I mean by multiple sources of income. It really has been an eye-opener for even people like my husband, just because my husband, he spent almost 20 years on the railroad, and then he's, now working in the sand and oil business. His railroad skills have come in handy at the job he has now, but the sand and oil business going down due to the craziness in the world right now, when he was laid off, it was out of our control. So, even if you invest in 401k and you have all these great benefits with your job and, anything is possible, guys. Anything can happen at any time. Life can change that quick, and it has. So that's really what I mean, is just, kind of having more of an eye-opener for, thinking long and hard about your financial future, your destiny. To have like a backup plan. And that doesn't necessarily mean, I need to go start an online business. I mean, it's awesome if that's something that you'd like to try, but just thinking about all the things that you're capable of. Are you capable of going live? Probably. What talents do you have? Thinking of other sources of income and how much of a blessing it will be in the long run, especially if something unfortunate were to happen to you or someone in your family with a typical job. And I have nothing against having a job, guys. I really miss being out in the workforce. I really do. But things happened in our lives that has caused me to stay home with my kids, and it's honestly been one of the best blessings ever. So anyway, that's really what I mean. Julie, I have to get back to work. Hugs, you're a rock star and came through so much in 2020. Thank you so much, Julie. I hope you have a fantabulous day at work. Know that I'm thinking of you and I love you dearly. Okay, so something else. This issue that's going on in the world right now has taught me a lesson, and it's something that my mom also taught me a long time ago. And that lesson is, don't depend on people or sources to keep you and your family afloat. Okay, so that's something that my mom taught me a long time ago. And basically all she meant was, she always told me, don't ever depend on a man to take care of you. You learn to take care of yourself. And I'm raising my kids that way as well. I'm trying to not depend on a man or a woman, boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, whatever, to take care of them. That they're, I want them to learn to be self-sufficient. So that's kind of, a lot of what I'm saying right now is that's kind of where I'm going with this, is basically a lot of people out there, and hey, my husband was one of them. I was one of them. We used to really depend on our jobs, our careers, to keep us afloat, that nothing would happen. As long as we were getting a paycheck, we were pretty okay. So that's really where I'm going with that. Just, think about how important it is now, especially, to have multiple sources of income. Carol, have to leave. Crystal, boss will be here soon. Great video. We've all been through some tough times this past year. Yes, we have, Carol. And thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. My love to you, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Another thing, I really need to wrap this up, guys. I'm going way longer than I wanted to. But another thing that this has taught me is that we as people really, I think it would be a good idea, I'll put it that way, if we all made our health number one priority. Okay, so that's something that I've noticed since this craziness started a year ago, is that our health should be number one. And really, honestly, what do we have if we don't have our health? Nothing, right? Nothing. We don't have anything. So making our health a priority is awesome, and I highly suggest it. You know, I've also learned about natural remedies, like, you know, when my daughter being home, I haven't taken her in to see a doctor. I'm treating her here at home, naturally, with natural things. So learning about other natural remedies other than just, you know, prescription and over-the-counter junk, that's my opinion, is a good thing. And it also makes us think, you know, what does a person do when he or she does not have health insurance and now no longer has a job and cannot pay for expensive doctor visits, right? Because there's always that copay. I'm not going to go into a big long discussion about that, but it just makes you think that there are other ways to help ourselves stay healthy. And it also makes me think about, you know, the times of our grandparents and our great-grandparents. You know, my mom comes from a family of 15. My mom is one of 15. And I'm sure that my grandparents, you know, her parents did not take 15 kids to the doctors when they were sick because they didn't have that option. So there's still old school remedies that are being used today that still work. So, you know, let's not forget what, you know, some of the good old things that are still good. Basically, okay, so does any of that make sense to you guys? Can you guys relate to that? You know, share your thoughts with me. Let me know what you think so far. And I am going to wrap this up. So, honestly, guys, this past year with the craziness that's been going on has impacted our lives greatly. Around the world, and especially, you know, I take it to heart. There has been a lot of loss around the world, which breaks my heart. It's very sad. It's unfortunate. It stinks. There's been a lot of pain, a lot of hurt, and a lot of suffering, which is very, very sad. So I do want you guys to know that I do take things to heart. I take it seriously. I'm one of those very emotional types of people. I'm almost too sensitive. So I don't want you to think that, you know, I look at this issue going on around the world and I'm you know, thinking of nothing but good things about it, because that's not really what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to find the good and be grateful for everything that we do have and everything that we have learned from this. So something I learned a long time ago was, and this, I don't want this to come out the wrong way, guys, but something I learned a long time ago is when I was going through my hard times in life as a little girl, something someone said to me was, do you want to be a part of the problem or a part of the solution? In other words, do you want to be the victim or do you want to be the survivor? Which is it? And I took that to heart, and I still carry that with me. It runs deep right in through here. So I want to be a part of the solution. So yes, all the pain, all the suffering, all the loss, you know, all the sadness, you know, there's a lot of depression going on. There's a lot of suicide going on. There's a lot of negative crap going on in the world right now. But people like you and me, who are sitting at home or out on the farm or out in the field or in the car or wherever we're at, we can do something to help others feel better. We can do something to help put the smiles on those faces again. We can do something to be part of the solution, to let people know that we care, to let people know that we're here for them, that, you know, we're all going to get through this one way or another. Okay, so that's really what I mean. The situation totally sucks, guys. The whole craziness that's going on right now, it sucks. And the people, you know, my heart goes out to those who've lost people due to what's going on in this world. I've lost people from what's going on in this world right now. I'm sure everybody out there has, and my heart goes out to you. But guys, we have to keep going. Life does not stop. It goes and it keeps going and it keeps going. So the way I look at it, be grateful for everything that you have. Be grateful for everyone that you have, especially in your life, those around you. And just, you know, when you start to change, when you start to look at things differently, the things you look at change, or something like that. I know that quote. I've used it before. But anyway, it's just a time that we can come together and we can use that, you know, we can take the negative and the ugliness and the sadness and the suffering and all of that, and we can flip it around and we can use that energy into positive energy, if that makes any sense. Okay, so let's see, the last thing I had here was, yes, help others, share your experiences, you know, do a post or start writing a book or blog. I'm writing a book about my life. Share your experiences with other people, you know, turn the crappy crap into something positive. It's a choice. That's the last thing I had on my notes. So anyways, guys, I am half hour into this. I need to wrap this up. So with that, I hope that this was valuable for you. You know, share your thoughts with me. Have you learned any valuable lessons from this great worldwide craziness, unfortunate time that's going on right now? If so, let me know. How this has impacted your life, and things that, you know, maybe you're doing, or things that you're grateful for, or whatever the case is. I just love to know your thoughts. So with that, guys, I do want to thank you very much for watching, for sticking with me. Those of you who, Julie, Carol, who stopped in even while you were working, I do thank you very much for stopping by and saying hello. I love you both. And for those of you on the replay, I thank you guys very, very much for watching. I hope that you all have a fantabulous rest of your day or evening or night, or whatever it is for you, wherever you are in the world. Thanks again, guys. And tomorrow, that live will be, day number 3 will be on my personal profile. Okay, so I hope to catch you guys then. Stay tuned. I'd love to see you throughout the rest of the challenge and beyond. So take care, guys. Stay safe. Be well. Love you all. Mwah. See ya.